July 12, 1998. The Stade de France is pulsating. Millions of eyes are fixed on the pitch, waiting for the greatest player on the planet to lead Brazil to their 5th world title. But when the official team sheets are handed to the press, the world stops spinning. The name of the world's best player, the phenomenon Ronaldo Nazário, is missing. What followed was a night of chaos, whispers, and a performance that looked like a ghost was wearing the number 9 jersey. For nearly 3 decades, we've been told a version of the truth. We've been told about a convulsion, a medical emergency, and a last-minute decision to play. But does that explain the blank stares? Does it explain the billion-dollar pressure from sponsors? Or the strange silence from FIFA? Today, we dive into the B-side of the 1998 final. We aren't just looking at a match, we are looking at a crime scene. This is the mystery of the player the world thought was invincible, and the day football almost broke. The afternoon of the scream to understand the mystery. We have to go back to 2:00 p.m. at the Château de Grande Romaine, Brazil's base camp. The atmosphere was relaxed. The team had just had lunch. Ronaldo went to his room to nap, sharing it with his teammate Roberto Carlos. Suddenly, the silence was shattered. Roberto Carlos began screaming for help. When the other players rushed in, they found Ronaldo on the floor, shaking violently, his teeth clenched, foam at his mouth. He was having a seizure. Edmundo, who was in the next room, described it as one of the most terrifying things he had ever seen. He was purple, Edmundo would later say. His body was arched, and he was unconscious. The medical team arrived. They administered a sedative. Ronaldo fell into a deep, unnatural sleep. The players were traumatized. Leonardo, the team's veteran, was crying. The consensus among the squad was clear: Ronaldo cannot play. In fact, they weren't even sure if he would survive the day. But here is where the first loop of curiosity opens. If Ronaldo was in such a critical state, why was he seen walking into the stadium just hours later, looking like nothing had happened? And more importantly, who gave the order to put him back on the team sheet? The missing name and the Nike shadow at 7:48 p.m. Exactly 72 minutes before kickoff, the official lineup was released to the media. The world was in shock. Edmundo was starting. Ronaldo was out. The news spread like wildfire. The French fans were celebrating. The Brazilians were in mourning. But then, at 8:15 p.m., a car screeched to a halt outside the Stade de France. Out stepped Ronaldo. He walked straight to the locker room, spoke to coach Mario Zagallo, and demanded to play. Minutes later, a new team sheet was issued. Edmundo was out. Ronaldo was back in. Zagallo would later claim it was a medical miracle. But was it? Or was it the result of a phone call that changed the course of history? In 1996, Nike had signed a $160 million deal with the Brazilian Football Confederation. It was the biggest sponsorship in sports history. Ronaldo was the face of the brand. He was the R9. Rumors began to circulate immediately. Nike had a clause in the contract. If Ronaldo was fit to walk, he was fit to play. Did a corporation override a medical emergency? Did a shoe company decide the fate of the World Cup? The ghost on the pitch when the game started, it was clear to everyone that the Ronaldo on the pitch was not the phenomenon. He was a shadow. He didn't sprint. He didn't dribble. He collided with French goalkeeper Fabien Barthez in a way that looked like he had no spatial awareness. He looked drugged. Brazil lost 3-0. Zinedine Zidane became a god, and Ronaldo became a question mark. But the mystery deepens when we look at the medical reports. The official diagnosis was a convulsion. But years later, a famous Italian cardiologist, Dr. Bruno Caru, reviewed the files. His conclusion was chilling. He claimed that Ronaldo didn't have a seizure. He had a heart attack. According to Caru, Ronaldo had been lying down in a way that compressed his carotid sinus, a sensitive part of the neck that regulates heart rate and blood pressure. His heart rate dropped so low that his heart actually stopped. The shaking wasn't a convulsion. It was the body's desperate attempt to restart the heart. If this is true, the mystery becomes even darker. If Ronaldo had a heart attack at 2:00 p.m., playing him at 9:00 p.m. wasn't just a tactical error, it was attempted manslaughter. The conspiracy of the sold cup in Brazil, the fans couldn't accept the loss. They needed a reason. An anonymous email began to circulate, claiming that Brazil had sold the World Cup to France in exchange for $23 million and a guarantee that Brazil would win the 2002 World Cup. The theory suggested that FIFA needed France to win to boost the sport's popularity in the host nation, and Nike needed the drama of a fallen hero to create a redemption narrative for the future. As crazy as it sounds, the Brazilian government took it seriously enough to launch a formal congressional inquiry. They summoned Ronaldo. They summoned Zagallo. They even summoned the head of Nike Brazil. They asked Ronaldo, "Did you sell the World Cup?" His answer was simple. "We lost because we played badly, that's it." But the inquiry revealed something strange. The medical records from that day had disappeared from the clinic where Ronaldo was taken for his pre-match checkup. To this day, the official brain scans and heart tests from that afternoon in Paris have never been made public. The redemption and the silence Ronaldo did return. In 2002, he scored twice in the final and led Brazil to glory. The redemption was complete. The narrative was perfect. And because he won, the world stopped asking questions about 1998. But the questions remain. Why did the Brazilian doctors change their story 3 times? Why was the French medical team so quiet about what they saw when Ronaldo arrived at the stadium? And why, even today, does Ronaldo himself get uncomfortable when the details of that afternoon are brought up? The mystery of the 1998 final isn't just about a medical episode. It's about the moment football lost its innocence. It's about the intersection of human fragility and corporate greed. Ronaldo Nazário is a legend, but on that July night in Paris, he was a victim of a system that decided the show must go on, even if the star was dying behind the curtain. This is the B-side of football, where the most famous match in history hides the most uncomfortable truth.